Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another cozy session here at the English Nook. I'm Maya.
And I'm Ethan. We are so happy you are tuning in today, especially our B1 intermediate learners, because this episode is made specifically for you.
Today, we are talking about a topic that you probably practice every single day, but might still find a little bit boring or repetitive. We are talking about how to describe your daily routine and daily life without sounding like a robotic school textbook.
Oh, I know exactly what you mean, Maya. In almost every beginner English book, students learn to say, I wake up at 7 a.m. I eat breakfast. I go to work. It is functional, sure, but it sounds so flat. Real life isn't a strict list of data points. It is full of little habits, unexpected changes, and personal moments.
Exactly. When native speakers talk about their day, they don't just state facts. They use smooth transition words to connect their ideas. And they express how they feel about their habits. Instead of just saying, I drink coffee, they might say, honestly, I can't even function until I have my first cup of coffee in the morning.
That is such a crucial shift for intermediate speakers. It takes your English from feeling like a test answer to feeling like a real conversation. Today, Maya and I are going to share the secrets to making your daily descriptions sound natural. We will look at how to describe your morning struggles, your afternoon energy slumps, and how you spend your free time to wind down after a busy day.
Wind down is a beautiful B1 phrasal verb we will explore today. It simply means to relax and lose your stress after you finish working. And as always, we will wrap up our episode with the word tour right at the end, where we will carefully define 5 excellent vocabulary words and phrasal verbs to upgrade your daily descriptions.
So, if you want to help our community grow and ensure you never miss a new intermediate lesson, please take a quick second to click that like button and subscribe to the Nook.
All right, Ethan, let's start at the very beginning of the day. In the next section, we are going to dive straight into our morning habits and be completely honest about how difficult it can be to get out of bed.
Let's get straight into it, Maya. To help our B1 listeners see the difference between a textbook description and a natural description, let's play a little game. I'll give you the standard, slightly robotic routine, and you change it into a warm, natural sentence. Ready?
I love games, Ethan. Let's do it.
Sentence number 1. I wake up at 6:30 a.m. every day because of my alarm clock.
Well, my alarm goes off at 6:30 a.m. But to be completely honest, I usually hit the snooze button at least twice before I actually drag myself out of bed.
See, that is so much better. You used words like well and to be completely honest. Those are simple conversational fillers that give you time to think and make you sound incredibly natural. All right, let's try another one. Sentence number 2. I eat a healthy breakfast of oatmeal and fruit.
I try to have a healthy breakfast, like oatmeal with some fresh fruit. But if I'm running late, I'll just grab a quick banana on my way out the door.
Perfect. Look at what Maya did there. She didn't just state a flat fact. She introduced a very common daily problem, running late, and explained what she does when that happens. Real life is full of small changes, and that is exactly what makes your description interesting to listen to.
It really is. When you add tiny details like, if I'm running late, you are connecting with the person listening to you. Everyone knows what it feels like to rush in the morning. It moves your English from a dry list into a real story.
Exactly. And notice how Maya used the phrase running late. That is our next big B1 expression for today. It means you are behind schedule and you are going to arrive late somewhere if you don't hurry up. It's a phrase we use constantly in daily life.
Oh, definitely. Another great tip for this level is to use words like usually, generally, or hardly ever to describe your habits. Instead of saying, I go to the gym on Tuesdays, you can say, I generally try to go to the gym after work, but it really depends on how tired I am.
I love that. It adds so much flexibility to your speech. Now that we have survived the morning rush and talked about our basic habits, What happens when we reach the middle of the afternoon? You know, that specific time when your energy starts to drop and you still have hours of work left?
Ah, yes, the famous afternoon slump. Let's move on to our next section and look at how we navigate the rest of our daily schedule without losing our minds.
So, we have made it through the chaotic morning rush. Now, let's talk about that specific part of the day that almost everyone experiences around 3 p.m. It is the dreaded afternoon slump, when you feel like your brain is slowing down and you lose all your productivity.
Oh, absolutely, Ethan. Productivity is a brilliant B1 noun for our list today. It just means the amount of work you can successfully complete in a certain period of time. Around 3 o'clock, my productivity drops to nearly zero, unless I do something to shake it off.
Me too. And this is the perfect topic to practice your intermediate English because it is so relatable. When describing this part of your day, you can use simple contrasting words like but or however to show how your energy changes. For example, I might say, I am usually incredibly focused before lunch. However, after 2 p.m., I really start to struggle to keep my eyes open.
That is a beautiful sentence structure. It shows a clear contrast. And to fix that afternoon slump, most of us have small, quirky habits. If I am talking to a friend, I might say, to wake myself up, I usually go for a brief walk around the block or grab a quick piece of dark chocolate from the kitchen.
Exactly. Notice how Maya said, to wake myself up. Using the structure, to do something, at the beginning of a sentence is a fantastic way to explain the purpose of your daily actions. It makes your stories sound much more mature and connected. Instead of just saying, I drink water, say, to stay hydrated, I keep a massive water bottle on my desk all day.
Yes, it gives the listener a reason behind your routine. It makes it human. Now, after we survive those final hours of the working day, we reach the part of the routine that most people look forward to the most: the evening.
Ah, the best part of the day. The laptop closes, the office empties out, and it is finally time to head home. But even in the evening, everyone's habits are totally unique. Some people love to go straight to the gym to burn off energy, while others just want to sit on the couch and watch a favorite TV show.
I am definitely a couch person after a long day, Ethan. I need that quiet time to completely clear my mind before I start making dinner. Let's head into our next section and share our best tips on how to describe your evening relaxation time naturally.
And we are back. Now that we have covered the morning rush and the afternoon slump, let's look at the final part of our daily journey, the evening. This is the moment where you transition out of your busy schedule and prepare your mind to wind down.
It is the sweet reward at the end of a long day. But when intermediate learners describe this part of their routine, they often run out of vocabulary. They usually just say, I go home and I sleep.
Right. But there are so many beautiful, simple steps between finishing work and actually closing your eyes. To make your description sound much more fluid, you can use classic B1 time markers like after that, then, or eventually.
Oh, those words are absolute magic for your conversational flow. For instance, instead of saying a list of short sentences, you can combine them like this. First, I change into some comfortable clothes. Then, I cook a simple dinner while listening to music. Eventually, I head to bed around 11 p.m.
That sounds so smooth and natural, Maya. It flows perfectly. Another great tip for our B1 group is to talk about your screen time or hobbies. You can say things like, I usually spend about 30 minutes scrolling through social media, or if I have enough energy, I try to read a few pages of a book.
That is a very realistic description of modern life. And notice how Ethan used the phrase, if I have enough energy. That is a wonderful phrase to copy because our daily routines change based on how tired we are. It shows the listener that you are flexible with your language.
Exactly. So, to wrap up our strategy guide for today, Here are your 3 simple rules for talking about daily life. Rule number 1. Use small fillers like well or to be honest to give yourself time to think. Rule number 2. Use usually or generally to show your normal habits. And rule number 3. Use structures like if I am running late to talk about everyday problems.
Those 3 rules will completely transform how you talk about your day. It turns a boring grammar exercise into a beautiful, relatable story about your life.
It really does. It makes your English sound human. And now that we have unlocked all the secrets to a natural daily routine, let's travel over to the word tour to lock in our 5 essential B1 vocabulary words and phrasal verbs for today.
And welcome to the final stop of today's lesson, the word tour. Today we learned how to talk about our normal days naturally. Let's review our 5 key B1 words and phrasal verbs so you can start using them in your conversations today.
These words are incredibly common in daily English. Let's look at them together.
Word number 1 is the phrasal verb to wind down.
This means to relax and let go of stress after you finish doing a busy activity or a long day of work.
For example, I love to read a couple of chapters of my book to wind down before I go to sleep.
Word number 2 is the phrase running late.
This means you are behind your normal schedule, and you will arrive late somewhere if you do not hurry up.
For example, I missed my usual bus this morning, so I am running late for my meeting.
Word number 3 is the noun productivity.
The amount of work or tasks you can successfully complete in a certain amount of time.
For example, listening to focus music really helps to increase my productivity in the afternoon.
Word number 4 is the adverb generally.
Usually, or in most situations, we use it to describe our general habits.
For example, I generally wake up early on weekdays, but I love to sleep in on Saturdays.
And finally, word number 5 is the conversational filler. To be honest.
A phrase we use to introduce our real opinion, a true feeling, or a small secret in a casual way.
For example, to be honest, I really do not like drinking black coffee without milk or sugar.
What an excellent practical list of words for your daily life descriptions. Now, before you turn off this podcast, we want you to practice with us in our comment section.
We have a very special, low-pressure challenge for our intermediate group today. Pick just one word or phrase from today's list, like wind down, running late, or generally, and write one short sentence about your day.
Exactly, just a single short sentence. Don't worry about making grammar mistakes. Our comment section is a completely safe space to practice. Maya and I will be down there reading your sentences and cheering you on.
And if our daily life tips brought a smile to your face today, or made you feel a bit more confident, please show your support by hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. Your support helps the Nook grow.
Thank you so much for spending your valuable time with us today, for your wonderful energy, and for practicing your listening skills.
Remember to hit the snooze button if you need to. Take time to wind down, and we will see you very soon at the Nook for our next English adventure.
Have a fantastic day, everyone. Bye-bye.